Let's go, okay?
All right. Yeah, Peaches got it.
Yippee!
Here we go.
What's going on? We're back for another edition of the Funtendo Market Report on Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Let's jump right into it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 37.83 points today. The NASDAQ down 87.87 points for today. The S&P 500 index down 9.96 points for today. The Nikkei 225 down 101.54 points for today. Let's check in with the London Stock Exchange FTSE markets. Most markets are up except for the London FTSE 250, which is down 1.29 points for today. Moving into the gold spot market, gold up $14.60 today. Silver up 85 cents for today. Checking in with the exchange rates. The US dollar down against the Australian currency, down against the Great British Pound, down against the Canadian dollar, the euro, the Mexican dollar, and the Zaire. Crude oil futures are up $2.11. That's a nice little bump up, 2.73% today. Let's jump into the next segment, Mario's Money, where we cover the top stock gainers and the top stock losers. Leading the pack, SoundHound AI Inc. up 24.82%. Zalando SE up 20.71%. Williams Sonoma Inc. up 17.76%. HutchMed China Limited up 13.66%. And Getty Images Holdings Inc. up 12.90%. Moving into the top stock losers. Pneumona Therapeutics Inc. down 14.64%. Dollar Tree Inc. down 14.21%. United States Steel Corporation down 12.77%. Agilon Health Inc. down 8.15%. And International Game Technology PLC down 7.8%. Let's jump into the next segment, Peaches Paycheck.
Here we go.
Family Dollar to close almost 1,000 stores. Parent company Dollar Tree is also closing 30 stores amid market conditions and worsening store performance. The parent company of Family Dollar said it would close approximately 1,000 stores, citing market conditions, store performance, and other factors.
Bingo.
Dollar Tree, which has owned Family Dollar since 2015, said Wednesday that 600 Family Dollar stores would close in the first half of 2024, with another 370 locations closing over the next several years. If the dollar store can't make it and the Family Dollar is having problem,
Mamma mia!
the economy must be really, really tough. And you could see that definitely has affected their stock price today.
Yeah, Peaches got it.
Dollar General employees at Wisconsin store make statement by walking out. We quit. Dollar General employees at a Wisconsin store walked out over the weekend due to concerns over pay, work hours, the company's donation policy, and their overall treatment.
Bingo.
The staff of the Dollar General in Mineral Point stormed out of 3 hours on Saturday and left signs explaining why on the store's doors and windows. The store is closed, one of the signs reads. The whole team has walked away due to a lack of appreciation, being overworked, and underpaid. Another sign said, we quit. On the same sign, the employees thanked the store's amazing customers and said, we love you and we will miss you.
Peachy.
2/3 of women professionals think they're unfairly paid, study finds.
It is National Equal Pay Day, according to the National Committee on Pay Equity. This day marks how far a woman has to work into this new year to earn as much as men made in the previous year. Women working full-time year-round earn 84 cents for every dollar men make. And that disparity is even greater for women of color. Joining us now over Zoom to talk all about pay equality is Vicky Salemi. She is a career expert at Monster. Welcome, Vicky.
Here we go.
Thanks for having me, Cindy.
Now, how can employers do a better job at leveling the playing field?
Yes, that's such a crucial question, Cindy. They can look at their compensation among all employees and see where the discrepancies are and adjust them accordingly so everyone is paid equally.
And how can women approach their employers when asking for more equality in their current roles?
Yeah, be proactive. So women who are watching, number one, do your research, because when you talk to your boss, you want to do some homework before you approach them so you know how much you should be paid. So then you can set up a meeting with them. And it's important to be assertive and confident and allow for dialogue. So you definitely want to address it.
And what should women look for when applying for new jobs to ensure pay equality?
Yeah, so this is why it's really important to do your homework so you know what you should be paid. And in New York City in particular, there's a pay transparency law on job descriptions. So I'm a former corporate recruiter, and it used to be a little bit taboo talking about salaries. But now, especially for women who need to get paid equally, look at the job descriptions and the pay ranges. And if it's not there, ask the employer, what is its pay range, so you can compare that to your expectations to make sure that it's in line with what you're worth.
And what are some salary negotiation strategies women can use once they land that dream job?
Yeah, so once they land it, so you mean in terms of a promotion after they're working there?
Yeah, promotion and, even raises, because it's so hard for people to do that.
Yes, it is. So I would say, do the same exact thing. Know what your worth is, approach your boss. And I do want to point out our recent data from Monster show that 3 out of 4 men don't think that there's any pay inequality at work. And that's 1 out of 4 women think the same thing. So it's important, whether your boss is a man or a woman, to approach them knowing what your worth is and just address it and say, based on these numbers and based on what I bring to the job, and highlight your skills, your experiences, and your achievements. Highlight your wins and literally go into your boss with, emails, testimonials from clients, vendors, colleagues, whoever you work with and for, and say, this is the proof, and remind them, without threatening them, but remind them that if you were to leave, it would cost the company a lot of money and time to replace you.
Oh, that's a very good point. Vicki, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Peaches got it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Let's jump into the next segment. Wario's recklessness. 10 lies scammers tell to separate you from your money.
Other news this evening, a local family's search for a pet cost them more than they bargained for when they became victims of an increasingly popular scam.
Yeah, this happens a lot. The iTunes Ginger Allen introduces us to a couple who tells us they're now out of tens of thousands of dollars.
You're about to meet a family who fell victim to gift card fraud. And you're probably thinking, another gift card scam. We've heard it before. But this investigation isn't about gift card draining, which I've covered for years. This is a different issue and a new warning.
If I ever see another gift card, I'm not giving my kids gift cards for Christmas.
Meet Kelly and Michael Reagan, a couple who will probably never look at these little plastic cards the same again. It all started with not 1, but 2 heartbreaking losses about a year ago.
He's the one we adopted from the shelter at PetSmart over in Alliance. Turned out to be the best dog I ever had. And then we have Miss Maggie here. Boy, I tell you, she let you know who's in charge.
The Reagans soon decided they wanted another dog, so they began searching on Facebook.
She found one that she liked, went ahead and talked to the owner and said, oh, well, just you can send a deposit.
But not just any deposit. The breeder did not want cash nor credit.
We go, no, gift card's easier for us because we don't have to pay for a credit card machine to run your credit cards.
Reluctantly, the Reagans bought a gift card and sent a photo of the 16-digit number and PIN.
And then from there, okay, well, you got to pay for the shot records and whatnot. And then, okay, transportation. Okay, well, you got to rent the crate and you get the refund back once they deliver the dog. Pretty soon you're about $5,000 in the hole. Wow. And all you see is a picture of the dog.
After a couple of months of back and forth, the Reagans finally realized this was shady, and they decided to cut their losses.
Let's jump into the next segment, Bowser's Blunders. Michigan woman's hand-picked numbers win $1 million on Powerball. She found out on Facebook. A Michigan woman was aimlessly scrolling through Facebook when she learned that she won $1 million on the Powerball. Jennifer Vaccaro of White Lake, about 60 miles east of Lansing, decided to buy a Powerball ticket at Annandale Mexican Grill and Cantina on Carroll Lake Road in Commerce Township. Little did Vaccaro know, that choosing her own numbers would make her a millionaire. For the drawing on March 2nd, white balls were 3, 18, 27, 36, and 53. Those were the numbers Vaccaro handpicked. The next morning, I was scrolling on Facebook and saw a post about a winning Powerball ticket that was sold at Andale. The post had the winning numbers and I recognized them right away. I scanned my ticket on the lottery app, and when $1 million came up on the screen with confetti, I couldn't stop shaking. I called my daughters and my fiance to tell them the good news. Let's jump into the next segment, DK's Dummy of the Day. A $22 burrito. San Francisco restaurant owner says he's keeping up with inflation.
The first thing you notice when you walk into La Vaca Birria is not the crowd of people or the colorful items on the wall. It's the smell of the food.
When you walk in here, does it always smell this amazing?
Yes, either like birria or charcoal.
For the last 2 years, Ricardo Lopez has operated this spot built out of a former record store in the Mission. His vision has been to make the kind of food his aunts, uncles, and mother used to make, but kicked up a notch. The only problem is the price of nearly everything he uses to make his food has gone up, like onions, for example.
Before COVID, they were like $9 a sack at Restaurant Depot. I used to pick them up. During COVID and after, it was $40. Right now, it's $80.
And this is the signature burrito here. Nearly every ingredient that goes into it has doubled in cost, and that's the reason why the owner says so is its price. In fact, the latest consumer price index shows prices for food, gas, and housing all rose last month nationwide. To be fair, Lopez has also made a conscious decision to buy premium beef to make his birria, which is Mexican marinated beef, and he chooses not to buy any prepared foods from suppliers. Everything is made from scratch, with the exception of the tortillas, which he gets from a local shop. And all that effort is also reflected in the prices.
The food, you make in your pueblo back, in Mexico, it's very labor intensive. And the only way you get that here is at these fine dining restaurants doing everything from scratch.
Okay, I get the rising inflation. I get you're using fine, high quality ingredients. I get it. You're a business owner and you're in San Francisco. But to me personally, $22 for a burrito is exorbitant, especially when you could make this same burrito at home for probably about $3 to $4 at the most. So for all you people out there paying $22 for a burrito, everybody that's buying a burrito from here for $22, you're DK's Dummy of the Day. Y'all know what time it is. It's Wario's Witches Wednesday. Taylor Swift openly says she's a witch. Let's see what he has to say.
Taylor Swift openly says she's a witch.
So Taylor Swift is finally showing you guys who she truly is, and you're still not paying attention, huh? She literally called herself a witch in this tweet.
Here I go.
Says this is a song for all the lonely witches. Y'all think they're just putting on an artistic act? This woman was on tour, going state to state, doing live rituals on stage. Wow. Nobody's paying attention to it, huh? You're that brainwashed.
Listen. Listen to what she says.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a serpent behind her. Y'all waking up yet? Last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch. Wow! In that video, she was acting like she was in hell. So yeah, last week's sweetheart has turned to this week's witch in hell. But are you catching on yet? Witch in front of a serpent. Let's go deeper, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it interesting that Taylor Swift looks exactly like Zena LaVey? Who is Zena LaVey, you might ask? She's Anton LaVey's daughter. Anton LaVey was the founder of the Satanic Church. And his daughter, Zena LaVey, was a high priestess for Satan. Safe to say she was a witch.
Why,
Oh,
yeah,
how
yeah,
the
yeah.
resemblance is remarkable. So America's sweetheart blew up being America's sweetheart. But now she's trying to make it cool to be a witch. Why is that? Well, I said it before. You do not get this big without certain contracts being signed.
Wow.
Taylor Swift opening.
11 signs you are a witch. You are able to clearly sense energy as you're closer to earth than human emotions. The outside world attracts you. Love being in nature. You dream of prophecies full of mystical shapes like 5-pointed stars and circles. You are drawn to certain animals that captured your senses in a strange way. You prefer homemade remedies over chemicals that are abrasive for your body. You trust that there is an all-powerful good force present in everything. You are a favorite with women. You are a favorite with children and animals that want to bask in your aura.
What's going on right now? And if you're feeling called to this kind of... So you may be wondering to yourself, what is a Christian witch? Well, honestly, it depends on your personal definition, but what I can tell you is that a Christian witch is someone who follows God and understands the mysteries that make up the world he made.
Here I go.
Religion is inoperable without magic, and that Jesus himself had all the company secrets, as well as a few others like Paul. We're here to remind people what the Son of God was actually here to do, which sure as hell wasn't spread hate or use God's name to justify all the nasty nonsense going on right now. And if you're feeling called to this kind of path, then you are not, because we are here to help. I myself have a 10-week course for starting Christian witches, as well as tarot readings, consultations, and an upcoming novel. So if you're
I'm a
interested in learning more
warrior.
about this
I'm
project,
gonna
stick
win.
around because we have a lot to offer here.
Silly Caucasian girl likes to play with samurai swords. Silly Caucasian girl likes to play with samurai swords.
Let's jump into the final segment of the day. Yoshi's Yummies. Mushroom coffee benefits. Is it good for you? Mushroom coffee is a healthy alternative to regular coffee. A dietitian highlights the health benefits and potential downsides of mushroom coffee. Looking for a coffee alternative that's healthy and has less caffeine? Say hello to trendy mushroom coffee. Known to have less caffeine than regular coffee, this mushroom drink comes with a host of proposed health benefits, from reducing anxiety to improving immunity, making it a rather attractive for those in pursuit of a healthier lifestyle. Mushroom coffee is made by combining regular coffee ground or instant coffee with dried and finely ground mushrooms. This is usually done at a 1-to-1 ratio. What does mushroom coffee taste like? The taste is like most coffee, not at all of mushrooms, though some people might describe it as a drink having an earthy or nutty flavor. And that's going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Funtendo Market Report on Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, where we don't act funny when it comes to the money.
Take that!
Hey, you very good. See you next time.